Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to all of you. It is sprinkling again, as you can see, as it's like hitting my shirt. I've got to take the Hyundai out. I'm going to get the mail while I'm at it, but I've got to take it out of here so I can get the trash can that's in here. It's like a tin can. Well, I came down to get the mail, and apparently there's none in here. So, never mind. Alright, I have the mail. My sister's spoiled. There's even more stuff back there. This is all in my mom's room. We're not gonna take this stuff out there yet. Alright, hello. Back to that. No, sorry, my sisters were playing Forza. We're trying to keep... We're trying to keep my youngest sister busy for a couple seconds. They're all here, so we're having like a little bit of a party for her. So they're all here right now. I'm gonna go out there. I just got dressed, as you can tell. I had an update on my phone, so I didn't record anything between then and now. So there you go. Alright, the party's over. We had ice cream and cake and everything. My sister opened her presents. She got an iPod 5, so there's another one for her to crack. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a Spider-Man fan in like 2 weeks. But anywho, she got a case with it, so that's good news, because she's going to need it. And that's pretty much it. It's 5:26 right now, so the party did run a little later, and I was even thinking it would... There we go. I've been using my watch like crazy for the past couple of days, since the update. Trying to get used to it and everything. It's really cool. I like all the new features. When you say, okay Google, it's a little quicker, it's a little snappier. It's also quicker to pick up what you're saying, and it's more accurate. And then they also did a couple things with the UI, or GUI, obviously, as you saw. I don't know if it's GUI or UI. But they did a lot of things to fix it, so I'm glad they did. It also seems a little quicker to do different actions, like open an app or something. It just sounds so funny. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over it, but when you're talking about a watch, it just sounds funny to say, oh yeah, they made it quicker to open an app on your watch. By the way, we got the lawnmower running, as you can hear in the background. Alright, I've just shaved. I'm gonna throw my shoes on now. We are going to a restaurant. I don't know which one. Probably Ford's Garage. I mentioned it and they were okay with it. Alright, we're at Titters. Alright, we're headed home now. Alright, it's very dark out here, but I am taking the trash down right now, as you can see the top part of it. I've got to take it down that way where that light is. So, yeah, I'm going down there. It's very dark out here. Alright, I've got the flashlight on. Yeah, this is how dark it is out here. Anyways, I'm going to take this down too. This is actually in the barn over here. So I've got to take this one down as well. I already took the other one down. It's way down there already. But, yeah. It's a tin one, and it's kind of heavy, so... That box was fragile at one point. But anyways, yeah, this one's kind of heavy, so hopefully it's not too big of an issue to take down. Alright, I am back inside, and I think everyone is outside out back. Darn, alright, I just realized I left that on this whole time. I just turned it off a little while, just a couple seconds ago. Alright, it's getting pretty late, 9:39. I'm gonna go sit on the back porch though, because they've got the pool light on and it's real nice and cool outside because it's been raining all day. Alright, it's 10:20 now. I was outside for a little bit. I'm back in here, obviously. We were just kind of talking about the day and everything. We fixed the lawnmower, as you guys saw, or well, heard, you didn't see it. The only difference about the lawnmower is that there's a different startup sequence. I have to let the fuel through. There's like a fuel valve. It's currently in the off position because the lawnmower's off. But you flip it to the, I think it's the right, and it turns it on. And then after that, you just kind of start it, and then there's a different shutdown and everything. If you don't do it all right, there's like a couple other things for the startup. If you don't do it all right, then you mess up the engine. Not mess it up, gum it up with the engine, the gasoline, because they have alcohol in them, well, ethanol, and that gums up the engine if it sits for a while. So it's a different startup, setup kind of thing. I mean, it's not really that hard. It's like another 1 or 2 steps for the startup and shutdown, but it doesn't take very long. So that's good news. But yeah, it's all in working order. Actually, my granddad was driving it for the first time. He hasn't driven it before, and he was saying how touchy the controls are. They are very, very sensitive. You don't have to do much to make it go. So yeah, it's all in working order. That's good news. There were a couple other things that we did today. We were just kind of talking about. So that's all good. All good news. So, anyways, I'm going to continue. Yes, I'm really having cake at 12:44 in the morning. But I'm not the only one. So is my sister. Alright, it is 1:30. I'm getting pretty tired. So I'm going to have to definitely I'm going to have to edit the video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Good night to all of you. I hope you all enjoyed. That's pretty much it. Yeah, see you all tomorrow. By the way, quick little news update. I'm pretty sure you guys know of the people that were buying the house, the whole ordeal with them. If you don't, then basically they were, our current issue is my dad's in the hospital, but he's the house owner, and we're all trying to get rid of this house so that we can move to Germany. Well, that's not happening now because he's in the hospital with cancer, and we didn't want to get rid of this house so early because we wouldn't have anywhere else to live, and we would just have the money. So it wouldn't be that good of an idea to do that. So we were hoping and praying that the people would just drop the idea of buying this house, and they finally did. We appealed to them a few times, and they finally did. The annoying part about them, though, the people I'm talking about, is that they had is an insane amount of people coming over checking our house constantly, especially on things that already had like approvals. Like, for instance, the AC unit. It already had an approval because it was recently repaired. Or not repaired, it just had a checkup recently to make sure all the systems were working correctly. The only thing wrong with it was a little bit of an outdated system. There was nothing wrong with it. It currently works fine. And I can tell it works fine because I live in Florida, and pretty much every day is 83 or higher, and it stays 75 in the house. So I know for a fact it works just fine. But they were complaining about having to check it, so they checked it. I think they checked it once. They complained about a light that we had bought at Walmart for $3 and stuck up on the ceiling in the pantry. Basically, the battery was dead, and they complained about that. That was one of their issues with the house. So I don't know why a $3 light stuck to the ceiling would influence your opinion on the house, but it did for them. So they were really strange. I'll say that much. They were really, really weird. And then it's the Bohannon group that we had, Team Bohannon. Well, hilariously enough, it's like a family-run organization. But the father to the daughter was actually their realtor, and the father, named Doug Bohannon, he was ours. So it was kind of strange, but for some reason their realtor was contacting us all the time, like literally every single day. So it was weird, kind of unprofessional. They were really like proclaimed realtors too. It was really strange. But yeah, so it is definitely good news that they pulled away from this house. The other strange thing, for some reason it got mixed up in translation that the realtor was thinking, their realtor was thinking that it was my my uncle, the one with the cancer, was the one with the cancer. I can assure you he doesn't have any cancer right now. He's totally fine. And it's my dad. So I don't know how they got that mixed up so bad, but they did. So that could have been why the people wouldn't extend the people trying to buy the house. They kept the closing date to the same. We wanted them to extend it at least, and they didn't want to extend it. And we were like, well, why? I mean, that's like morally wrong. So I'm assuming their realtor didn't tell them that it was our dad, not our uncle, that lives in Georgia. Because they knew that our uncle lived in Georgia, so it didn't make much sense for us to worry so much and still be here. Like, we should be over there if he's got cancer with that issue and everything. So they thought it was my uncle, and I guess that was why they were so confused on the issue. So they declined to extend it. If they had known that it was my dad, I'm sure they probably would have extended it. But anyways, it's getting late, still extremely late, so thank you all so much for watching, and good night to all of you.